shoulder control. We make side passes and we make shoulder in, but there's a lot of technical things to shoulder in that you want to do it right, so you build the right muscles. But we make this very, very difficult to get this shoulder maneuver. But if I get this horse in the proper balance, where he's using his neck, he's using his back, he's walking forward, balancing correctly, if I merely lift my inside rein, that shoulder drifts out. Come back in, lift that inside rein, shoulder go out. Keep your impulsion forward, and then come back to me. Lift that inside rein, shoulder go out. Now come back to me. Lift that inside rein, now come back out. Lift that inside rein, shoulders go out. Come back to me. Now he's still maintaining his own weight. I have a very, very light connection with him. If he does push down into me, I just vibrate that bit upwards and say, no, keep your own weight. Travel forward. Lift the inside rein, shoulders go out. Lift the inside rein, shoulders go out. Shoulders go out. Good. And then we move the tail, stop the front foot, and break. Go to the other side. So I start out forward, forward consistently. As he goes around, he gets comfortable with this. I ask him to bend his nose to the inside with that rein. Just follow my hand. That's all I'm asking for. Maintain your forward, but just follow my hand. Right here, he balances himself. I feel absolutely nothing, weightlessness on my hand. He hits that balance. My hand is weightless. I just merely am touching his lips. His mouth is active as he's relaxing his jaw. When I feel this balance, that he's moving forward but lifting himself, then I lift up on that inside rein. The shoulders go out. And I can release, say, come back to the inside. Shoulders go out. Right there. Release, come back to the inside. Shoulders go out. Right there. Come back to the inside. Shoulders go out. There he presses down into me and flexes his neck. Or flexes his pole. I don't want the flexion of the pole yet. I just merely want him balancing himself, lifting from his neck, and moving his shoulders out. Again, the flexion of the pole is the very last thing. Forward, 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 and forward consistently first. Right there, he moves down into me. So I just ask him to lift his neck up. Slow, little vibration that says, keep your own weight forward. Good. Talk it out. Move the shoulders out. Forward. Move the shoulders out. Good. Move your tail. Stop your front feet and relax. Okay, now that seems like there's a lot going on. And, well, there is. But it's very, very simple as far as I'm using one rein. I'm just asking him to go forward, maintain his own balance instead of pushing down into me. And then when I see that the neck gives, it flexes, and I can see him, it has this feeling that he is standing on his toes almost as he's walking around. He's standing, lifting himself up on his toes, and then I'm merely just touching his shoulder. Like if I were if I were on a pogo stick or on stilts, that's what I'm looking for. If I were on stilts and someone just started, as I'm trying to balance up on my toes, I'm on these stilts, and someone just touched my hip and pushed me, I'd have to balance myself and move away from that pressure to not fall over. Well, I'm doing the same thing with him. All I'm doing is just saying, rebalance this way. You already have your balance. Your neck is up, your body's lifted. You already have that balance. Go over here, bud. You already have that balance. Now I'm just going to tell you where to put it. So we spend so much time on flexing the neck and flexing the pole and getting them all cranked in and hollowing out their back or trying to lift their back too much and get them hyperflexed and tense and all this stuff to get them balanced. And really, we just need them to find it as they go forward, as they lift themselves. That's the key to it. They have to be lifting themselves. I can't be holding them there. You're getting distracted, bud. Over here. Thank you. As long as he's holding himself, I can just reorient the balance. And that's what I'm doing right here. And I practice this a lot on the ground. I practice him finding his balance. I want him to find it as quickly as possible. And here I'll start right away. I'll say immediately, go forward, find that balance. You can see it feels like he's up on his tiptoes. As he's moving forward, he's not pushing down into me. The jaw is active. And I just say, rebalance. Rebalance right there. Good. Come forward. Rebalance. Forward here. Rebalance. In the past, I would have asked this horse to lower his neck and really push into his shoulder, and he would just get heavier and heavier, and I couldn't figure out why. Now I'm asking the neck to lift. I'm asking him to raise himself up, rebalance his body, and as he moves. Okay, what can we do with this? Now that I've taught those shoulders to move out very, very lightly on this rein, and he's balancing himself up, we're going to start to actually ask for specific things, such as I'll start to think about teaching shoulder in on this rail. So if I can take the shoulders off, lift that inside rein, say shoulders, move out this way. And we're in a round pen, so this is more like going to be shoulders on the vault or more on the circle here. But all I'm asking is to balance himself to his outside shoulder. Keep your shoulder to the inside, hip to the outside. And again, I'm not asking him for any of this flexion of the pole or any of collection. I'm just asking him to maintain his own weight and move forward. I want him to do it very slowly, just so he understands where he's supposed to be. Shoulders a bit more off. I'm going to make it a little bit more exaggerated so you guys can see it. Lift himself. Forward. Forward. Wrong exercise. We're not doing haunches in. We're doing shoulder in. Forward first. Shoulders first. Forward first. Forward. Good. Maintain yourself. I know, pretty horses are moving back. Forward. Forward. I'm going to ask him to move forward. He's getting lost in space and those pretty horses moving by, so just ask him for forward again. And we'll go back to the shoulders. Balance. Shoulder come to the inside. Shoulder come to the inside. Right there. And it's very, very light. He's not pushing into me at all. He's holding himself. That's a long way to go holding himself. So I'm going to let him relax, move forward, extend his neck. And I'll ask again. Lift. Shoulders come to the inside. Good. Good. So this is starting teaching on the ground, just teaching a little bit of shoulder in. Move forward, please. Good. If I need to ask for more flexion here, I'll just take his shoulders further in and then balance to the outside. This is a much more extreme lateral movement. I wouldn't normally want this much, but it gives you an idea of what we're doing here. Then we ask for a little bit less. Right there. Good. Good. And then reach forward, extend, relax.